favorite guy, Raymond Eche Agbalio. This evening, I just want to. Hello, guys. This is your favorite guy, Raymond Eche Agbalio. This evening, I come to you. I just want us to have, some chat. Some chat about Ibrahim Traoré. Like it's been talk of the town. It's the current, Pan Africanist, a strong Pan Africanist of these days. Seriously, as you can see my cap. Yes, 2 months ago I was in Burkina Faso and I bought this cap. This hats from Burkina Faso. Yes, Ouagadougou. I spent 3 weeks there, and it's very nice. It's a very beautiful city. Seriously, it's a very beautiful city, Ouagadougou. And then also I visit Bobo de Lasso. We have a lot of tourists, tourist places and waterfall and some attractions over there. I mean, just you have to try that. You have to try and visit Burkina Faso one of these days. And in fact, I just want to let you guys know that about the security issues. I was there. I go there purposely to see if it is true what they are reporting. It is not like that. It's safe. So far as you are in the city, you are safe. Seriously, about outside the city, I don't really know about that, so I can't say much about that. But one thing I learned is in the northern part, that is where the terrorism, activity is going on. Even just today, I just heard the news that the hidden terrorism camp, a group, have been discovered, and Ibrahim Traoré and his team went and arrested them, and I'm very happy. Big up to Captain Ibrahim Traoré for that, and I'm very very happy. And you can see, I'm waving, Burkina Faso flag. Yeah. Seriously, it's a very beautiful place, and this evening my question is like, what make His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré, unique, and why do you think the reason why, like the whole African continent, not only in Africa but African diaspora rally, and march in solidarity to support him? Seriously, even myself, here in Ghana, we organize a solidarity march and support Ibrahim Traoré. Yes, I was part, the first one and the second one too. And I think it's time we need to ask ourselves, why make him, what he is unique from the rest of the, African presidents. Seriously, yeah. To me, my personal view, I think he is the current, Pan-Africanist of our era. And the reason why we African youth, we stand strongly to support Captain Ibrahim Traoré is, our leaders, I'm from Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah happened to be the first president of Ghana, have been assassinated, and what is his fault? Thomas Sankara, in the 80s, the same thing happens to him. And at that time, we the Africans, we don't know anything. And recently, 2011, Mohammed Gaddafi was killed by NATO, and we are silenced. And in Bob Marley's song, how long shall they kill our prophets? When we stand beside and look now. And in this era, we the youth of Africa in this era, we said, nah, we are not going to allow that to happen again. You see? And currently, His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré is the strongest Pan-Africanist. He is opening the eye of the African youth, especially the Francophone country. Seriously, Yes, Ghana gained independence in 1957, but let me tell you guys one secret thing. In 1958, in France, Charles de Gaulle became a president in 1958 in France, and then at that time he realized that the African countries are now agitating for president. So they sat down and said, oh wait, okay, why can't we give them independence and then give them the condition? And they summoned all the Francophone countries, because at that time Anglophone countries started gaining independence. And then they summoned all the Francophone countries. And then they gave them the condition. Only Sékou Touré rejected that no, he wants total independence. That is what Sékou Touré fight for. And the rest of the Francophone country, their independence was given to them on a condition. Your central bank will be in Paris. Even your presidential palace, we will build it for you and rent it for you. So, I can tell you that Francophone country, the level, like, even though they have been, like, they have independence, but there is no independence in these Francophone countries. For so many years now, they've been suffering. France have been taking all the resources. We are here, and then nobody is saying anything about it. After Thomas Sankara, his own friend, Blaise Compaoré, killed his own friend, and took over. He was in power for 27 years. What did he do for Burkina Faso? Nothing. Thomas Sankara spent only 4 years of being president, but he transformed Burkina Faso. At that time, Burkina Faso was called Upper Volta. But he said, no. Why can we gain independence and be using the name that the colonial masters have given to us? So he changed the name, called Burkina Faso, meaning the land of upright people. Oh yes, the land of upright people. And he changed the name, and he started building schools, hospitals, education. Like, he improves so much. And they see that, they realize that no, what he's doing, France realized that what he's doing is not good. You see, Sékou Touré says something that he said, in his word, he said, if an African president is doing something like to favor the Westerners or to praise his colonial masters, then it means his people are suffering. And if he's doing something to help his people, then it means the colonial masters are against it. They are suffering. So because of that, even though Africa will gain independence, but there is nothing like independence. Oh yes. Even in Ghana, when Ghana gained independence, Kwame Nkrumah worked 6 years of being in power to transform a country called Ghana. Ghana was on the way for full total economic independence. He built the factories, schools, hospitals. He's actually transforming the country. But they have hijacked his agendas. Kwame Nkrumah just didn't sit down after the independence. Even the day of Ghanaians' independence, what is Kwame Nkrumah's word? He said what? Ghanaians' independence alone is meaningless until it is linked up to the total liberation of what? Africa. And then a year later, Ghana gained independence in 1957. And then in 1958, he called a summit for the freedom fighters and leaders of that time. They have a summit in Ghana, Accra. And he reminds them. You see, a few years later, in 1963, in Addis Ababa, Kwame Nkrumah again remind them about the new colonialism. He warned them, but they listened to him not. But everything that Kwame Nkrumah said, it is happening now. It has come to pass and it's still happening now. You get it? So what Ibrahim Traoré is doing, seriously, even me, like when my friends, when I started to talk to them about Pan-Africanism, they was like, Nkrumah, who is a president, he couldn't succeed. Then who are you? That's what they always said. And what is going on? Like so many of our leaders have stand up to fight for Africa, and they kill them, and nobody is saying anything. So because of that, I can see like other African presidents, like they wanted to, but they can't because they are afraid of their lives. Seriously. But now it is a new dawn, a new day, a new Africa. And then started from what? The Sahel region, Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré. Ibrahim Traoré. His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré. I see him at the return of Thomas Sankara. You see? No matter how the situation is. You can kill a revolution, never. You can kill the revolutionary, but for the revolution, you can never kill it. Just few days ago, I heard in a BBC news and say there's no democracy in Burkina Faso. Who told you there's no democracy in Burkina Faso? No, it is not true. It is not true at all, my friends. My guys, seriously. There is peace. There's democracy in Burkina Faso. And I don't see no reason why they wanted to go and help them. That there is a lot of terrorist attack. They are the people, they are the brain behind all those things. Seriously. They are the brain behind all the terrorism attacks and all that. And I ask this question, these terrorist groups, who sponsor them? Where did they get the ammunition from? To keep terrorizing, the region. Especially Sahara Africa and the Sahel region. Have you asked this question? Oh yes, we all know. We know what is going on. We know. And this is the time for we Africans to stand up and fight for your continent and fight for your color. Oh yes, it doesn't matter who you are or where you're coming from. Seriously, you are African American, or you are African Caribbean, or you are African Indian, or African Brazilian, or African or whatever you are. So far as you are black, you are blacks. As far as you are black, fight for your continent. Because a time will come, every race must return back to its home. As a black man living in the surface of Africa, where it is your home. Where it is your home is Africa. You know, I always say this. When you realize that where you are born, or where your father is born, it is not where you are coming from, but where your story begins. That is where you're coming from. I just want to let you know, the diaspora, where you are born, that is not your home. America is not your home. Now, UK is not your home. France is not your home. Germany is not your home. Never. And there's no way they will see you as one of them. Because of why? You are black. So far as you are black, you are not one of them. You are what? You are an African. Peter Tosh said, no matter where you come from, you are an African. No matter how the situation is. So far as you are black, you see your skin color, you are an African. Please, This is the time for us to stand up on our feet and stand firm and defend our color and defend our homeland of who we are as an Africans. We are strong people. We are the mightiest. Serious. Never look down on yourself. And His Excellency, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, is there, and he is changing the narratives. I think it is time for the rest of African leaders to follow his lead. And there is nothing is going to happen to him, because anyone who will touch Ibrahim Traoré have touched us all. Oh yes, because back in the days, they killed our prophets, they killed our leaders, Gaddafi, Thomas Sankara, Sekitiri, Patrice Lumumba, and many more. In a recent time, Magufuli, we all know, seriously. But the time is now for Africa. The time is now. So guys, if you are watching me, let me know where you are from, and you can send your message or your comments, your views about Ibrahim Traoré. You can send your message and I'll read it loud. Let's engage, let's connect to each other. It is time for us to start connecting, Oh yes. Africa is a very beautiful place. Africa is heaven, seriously. We are rich. Kwame Nkrumah said, Africa is not poor, but it is the people that are poor. And you know the reason why they are poor? Our resources always take away. When Ibrahim Traoré take over Burkina and he start to take over the gold mine, see what is going on, see the massive transformation and what is going on. The rest of African leaders, the presidents, this is the time for us. It is an awakening call. We need to connect. We need to unite. Together, we are what? We are strong. Seriously. I just come to think about this. Before, who told you that you are a Ghanaian? You are Nigerian? You are Togolese? You are Ivorian? No. We were one people. They came to our place, they came to our house and claimed they discovered us. No. How can I be in my home? I'll be in my home and you, stranger, come to my home and say you discover me. Does this make sense? How can you come to my home and claim you discover me? No. They didn't discover us. And they put their name on us. It is a time for us as an African to change our mindset and take off this name. I just want to let you know something. There's what? Only a father or parent who can write a biography about a child because they named the child. And their name is on us. So they name us. That is why they keep writing our own history for us. Oh yes. So it is the time we should stop using their names. I don't know, guys, I don't know if you watch this movie produced by Alex Haley, Kunta Kinte. He received so many bruises, beatings, just because of his name. He refused to let go of his name. And you just imagine many of our brothers and sisters that have been captured into slavery who try to maintain their names, but because they cannot, through the canes, the beatings, they can't stand it, so they gave out their names and then accept European names. Oh yes. But this very young man refused. Even though he finally accepted the name Toby, but in his name, in his heart, Kunta Kinte. You see, our names is very powerful. They discover us. And do you know one thing? When they came to Ghana, at that time, there's a lot of gold, so they name us Gold Coast because they find gold here. When they go to Ivory Coast, because of a lot of ivories over there, so they name it Ivory Coast. And they gave names, and through this name, they separated us. They separated us. In 1885 and 84, they sat in Berlin. You know about the Berlin Conference? Organized by King Leopold. And they tossed Africa among themselves. They share Africa become like a food or a cake. They share among themselves. And none of African is there. And they put their names on us. And they divided us. It get a time we should put away these borders. I'm from Ghana. And from here, from Accra to Togo is just 2 hours drive. But when you go to Togo, to cross that border, oh my goodness. Guys, I don't know. Let me know if you have ever encountered any challenges, crossing any border in Africa. It is a hell. Seriously. They will treat you like you are nobody. And they will make you feel like Togo is better than Ghana, and then Ghana too feel like they are better than Togo. And that is how they make it as if the both two countries are fighting. Whilst me, where I come from, my hometown, I'm from the Volta region. My hometown was divided into two. This Berlin Wall divided my hometown into two. So one side is from Togo, one side is in Ghana, and I'm from the Ghana side. But I have my uncles and my grandparents that are from the other side. And because of this, we are foreigners. I cannot go to my maternal home because that side is in Togo. If you go there, I become a foreigner. How can I be a foreigner in the soil of Africa? I keep asking myself this question. Just recently I was in Burkina Faso. When I was walking in the street of Ouagadougou, in fact, I feel like it's kind of boldness in me. And I see everybody look like me. And I ask myself, why am I foreigners walking in the street of Ouagadougou? Why am I a foreigner? Why everybody look like me? There's no difference. Even though I can't speak French, I speak English, this foreign language. Seriously, we don't understand each other, but there is kind of mutual connection. I don't know, guys, if you are watching me and you have traveled to any African country, which you don't understand their languages, you don't understand the language that they speak, but I don't know, to me, there is some kind of mutual feeling like we know each other, even though we don't understand each language, but there is kind of connection. There's kind of connection, and then we look at each other's face and we start smiling, as if we know ourselves for long. That's to let you know that once a time our ancestors were once together, and they come and separated us and make us feel one country is better than another. Why? The time is now. We need to change that narratives. We need to change that. Africa, we need to change that. We need to together as one. That is the only way we can build Africa. And that is what make Captain Ibrahim unique, make him different. And we, the youths of Africa, and now too, I'm so happy, and I'm very happy that the awakening call, you can see the youths and then our brothers and sisters that are in the diaspora also. Oh my goodness. When 2 weeks ago, that was 25th May, at the solidarity walk or march for Captain Ibrahim Traoré in Accra. When we gathered at the AU runabout, I saw one brother from America. He's a black American, you know. Let me just use the word. He's a black American. When I listened to his speech about Captain Ibrahim Traoré, in fact, in my heart, I was like, yes, yes, yes. The time is now. The awakening call. Oh my goodness. Mama Africa, she is calling her children to come home, to unite. So I want to use this opportunity to send a message to my brothers and my sisters that are living in diaspora that please come home. Come home to where you belong to. Where you are born, or where your father is born, or where your grandfather is born, that is not your home. Where your story begin from. Where your story begin from, that is where you are from. Oh yes, so come home. Come. It's 54 countries recognized. And there is more. Yeah. And there's time, the time for us to unite as one. So when you come, choose any country and go. Just come. Anyone that you want to go to Togo, Ghana, Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, Tanzania, Burundi, any of the African country. It is your home. Seriously, it is your home. And no African is a foreigner in Africa. Nah. So sometimes, like, it pierces my heart. It pains me a lot. If I'm a Ghanaian, I need to go to Congo. I need a visa to go to Congo. And then sometimes the visa stuff is really expensive than America. Oh my goodness. Seriously, if I want to travel to Congo or other African countries, I need a visa to go there. Why? Why is it like that? African Union, what are you doing? Seriously. They are right here in Africa. We need to unite. We need to unite as one people. One people. One people. Africa. You know, in everything that we do, we need to remind ourselves constantly that Africa first. Your country first. You know, what did Donald Trump tell us? He said, fight for your country. In everything, America first. Seriously. So as an Africans, we need to fight anything that we do. African first. African first. You need to put Africa before everything. I can see the awakening spirit, you know, as we gather at AU Runabout on the 25th May on the Solidarity Walk. This is the first time I saw a Ghanaian youth coming together in numbers to demonstrate, not in the name of any political party or not in the name of any religion. No, not in the name of any political party, but in the name of Africa. My soul rejoiced. In fact, I was so happy. I was very happy to see this, because it is my first time. I haven't heard of it before. But I'm not surprised, because I know a day will come, and the day is now, and the time is now. Where are you? You need to join the leading bus. You need to join, and yes, I'll be catchy. To be honest, seriously, I'm so much happy of what is going on. And each and every day, I wake up in the morning, I pray to God to protect Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Because we need more of Captain Ibrahim Traoré in Africa. Because that is the only way for Africa to change. That is the only way Africa can develop. We need more of him. More. And many more of him will come. When they will come, seriously. And then a time will come, even though if I'm not there to see, my children will grow up in a safe and a beautiful environment that they don't need to go to America in order to be rich. See what is going on? Africa, the continent, what is going on? Each and every year, African youth, Ghanaian youth, Nigerian youth are dying in the Mediterranean Sea. They are like, they want to do everything all possible just to what? Go to Europe in search of greener pasture. In search of greener pasture. When they get there, they realize the pasture is not greener. But they stay there. They love. You see a lot of Africans in foreign countries, and they call them illegal immigrants, but they are the one developing your country for you. But they don't respect them at all. They call them illegal immigrants. But if they come to our country, we call them foreigners. If they come to our country, we call them tourists. And then if they stay in our country for long, then we call them expatriates. But if we are in their country, they call us illegal immigrants or foreigners. No respect at all, just because our resources, everything that we have. Serious. See what is going on in Libya after they killed Gaddafi. See the mess America have caused in Libya. They didn't go there to solve issues over there, and you want to go to Burkina Faso to go and solve issues. Oh my goodness. Seriously. Sudan, Congo, in the Kivu region, each and every year. See what is going on in Congo. The Congolese become refugees in the in other African countries. Why? Congo is the richest country in terms of natural resources, minerals, but yet Congo is the poorest place. Why? Because they don't benefit what they produce. They don't benefit what they produce at all. Someone somewhere is benefiting from what the country, what God bless them. Serious. And the time is now. We need to wake up. We need to rise up and defend our homeland. The time will come. There is no way we will become refugees. Or there is no way we will become illegal immigrants in Europe or in America, to the extent that Trump will be chasing us. And he called Africa. Some time ago, he said we are shithole. Then allow us to clean our own shithole. Let's clean our own mess. But why do you want to interfere in us, in our issue? That is my problem. Oh God, seriously. You said we are poor, we accept it. You said a lot of things, negative things about Africa. Said it's all, I mean, the Western medias always report negative things and never see them reporting anything positive about Africa at all. How, Ghana, Accra, how the developmental things, how beautiful things that are going on. Just recently, there is one man, I think last week Sunday, they opened a car museum, a automobile museum in Ghana. Very beautiful. But you will never see them reporting something positive about Africa, negative about Africa. Yes, we accept it. Allow us to build our country, to clean our own shithole, as you claim Africa is a shithole. Allow us to solve our own problem. I don't understand why they are interfering. You said we are poor, we accept it, isn't it? Now we are trying to what? Work on ourselves. We are trying. Yo, TV, I see you. Serious. We are trying to work on ourselves. And why is your problem? What are you trying to interfere? We want to give you aid. To be honest, 67 years of independence of Ghana, and we've been receiving aid up to now. I haven't seen anything that have been done in this country, Ghana, in the name of aid that they are giving to Ghana. No road, no hospital, no school, nothing. But each and every year, they are receiving aid. Where did the money go? All because of what? Bad governance. If our leaders are corrupt, then they like it. Then they are happy because they can manipulate them and use them because they are corrupt. They don't. And if any of our leader who is not corrupt, then it become their enemy. It become their enemy. Like what Ibrahim Traoré said, please leave my country. We don't need your protection. We can protect ourselves. Just leave my country. Take your military base and go. And leave our resources, because you said we are poor. You said we are poor. Now, leave our country. Leave our resources. Your military camp, go. Then what is Captain Ibrahim Traoré's fault? And I ask this question. What is Kwame Nkrumah's fault? When, they said they call him terrorist, like the Western media publishing negative things about Kwame Nkrumah, just because he is changing the narratives, is seriously building, Ghana economy, trying to help other African countries when they were leaving Guinea, because Sekou Touré refused to sign that condition they gave him. They destroy everything in Guinea. And then now, Kwame Nkrumah go and support Sekou Touré. So because of that, Kwame Nkrumah become a terrorist in front of them. I realized that if you are an African leader, if you refuse to do their will, what they want you to do, if you refuse to do, then they turn against you. Then they turn against you. They bribe your own people to kill you, to assassinate you. Just Captain Ibrahim Traoré, how many times? I can't even keep record of how many times of assassination. Just 3 days ago, I just heard it freshly. Assassination attempt on his life, just because he is doing the will of the people, not the will of colonial masters, not the will of the West. Because of that, what? They want to do everything all possible and then take him off. And now, never. We are not going to accept that. We the youth will do everything all possible to protect him, because he is the only last man standing, the only, patrons, a strong Pan-Africanist of our time. Now our eyes are open. We can see you. And some of us, because of greed, they gave you money, a small money, peanuts. Because of that, you turn against your own brother. We are seeing you. We are watching you. You have to change. Because of greed, you are giving up your own brother. Like what recently about Ibrahim Traoré, Ivory Coast president, Alassane Ouattara. If the people try to assassinate or to cause coup in Burkina Faso, then they ran to Ivory Coast for rescue. Why? I'm asking this question. Why? Why are you snitching on your own brother just because of a foreigner, a stranger? And that stranger gave you small, just a peanut, the money they gave you. The money that they gave you, you even know that it's your money, because everything that they have, they take it from you. Greediness. Because of that, what? You are selling your own brother out. Oh, my brother. Oh, my sister. Why? We need to stop greediness. Please. The people of Burkina Faso, some of the military men that they gave them money, greediness, and they are trying, working, struggling, just to kill Ibrahim Traoré. Hey! Have you think about your future? Have you think about your next generation? You don't know what happened to Ghana after in 1966. The coup in Ghana up to now haven't been the same. Ghana haven't been the same. Seriously, Ghana haven't been the same, because Kwame Nkrumah was on the way. Ghana was on the way, to gain its own economical power, independence economically. They saw it and see what they did to him. They hijacked it. The vision of Kwame Nkrumah was gone, but never gone. His footprints are there. We, the youth, now. Some of us that keep telling us that Nkrumah started, he want to unite Africa. Where is he now? Patrice Lumumba, where is it now? Thomas Sankara, where is it now? Mohammed Gaddafi, where is it now? No, they have succeeded. They did their part, and they have left the mantle to us, for we, the young generation, to take on. They gave the baton to us. They have done their part, and they leave the footprint. It is up to we the young ones, we the Africans, to follow their footsteps, to change that narrative, to build the Africa that Kwame Nkrumah wants, to build the Africa that Patrice Lumumba died for, to build the Africa that Sekou Touré died for, to build the Africa that Mohammed Gaddafi stood for. Mohammed Gaddafi said, Africa for Africa. African resources is for Africa. Our minerals is for we Africans. It's not for a stranger. It's not for a foreigner. Africa for Africans. It is time for us, and I'm glad His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré is changing that. Now, Africa, we are awakening. The time will come, you know. I just can't think far. Like I just that a time will come where we Africans, we will start benefiting from what the ground or what God has blessed us. We start benefit from our own resources. Ghana, see the goals that we have. We have everything. What do we need? There is no need for a Ghanaian that will be a refugee in someone's land. There is no need for a Ghanaian youths, our young ladies, to go to Arab and be a house help, and they are maltreating them, killing them, just because of what? The system have chased the youths away from their own motherland. The system, they go there all in the name of what? Greener pasture. And the time is now. The time is now. A new day for Africa. A new day. A new dawn. Guys, let me know. I've been carried along. Let me know where you are from, and comments. Let me comment about your view about Ibrahim Traoré and the state of Africa. I'm very happy, and I'm so much grateful that the assassination attempt on His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré didn't succeed, and there is no way they will succeed. Never. They will never succeed. They will never succeed. Seriously, they will never succeed. No matter how they try, never. Because God is protecting him. The time has come for Africa, and the time is now. Serious. And I'm very, very happy that the Francophones, seriously, for them, the level of colonization in the Francophone country. See, I have been to in Africa. Do you know in Africa they don't speak their own language? No, they speak French. And they boast of speaking French. I said, no matter how good you are, you speak French. You cannot speak French by somebody who is in France. Especially in Ghana. See the Ghanaians that are boasting of English. I can speak good English, can speak good English. And then the more how good English you speak, then they judge the level of your intelligence based on how you can speak in a foreign tongue, somebody's language, not your own mother tongue. And you see Ghanaian youth are boasting of English. And last time I told my friend, hey, no matter how good you think you are, you can speak English. You cannot speak English more than King Charles' grandchildren. Never. You cannot speak English more than a King Charles' grandchildren. Never. You can't speak English more than them. Seriously. So why are we boasting and then judging the level of intelligence based on a language, a foreign language? But if a Chinese man come and speak English and make a mistake, we see it normal. But if your own brother speak English and he make a mistake, then we call that person illiterate. And because of that, our fathers, our grandfathers that are living in the village, we see them as illiterate. But let me tell you something. If you want wisdom, if you want knowledge, go back to your to your hometown, your uncles, your grandfather. Go close to them. You will learn wisdom. I'm telling you. You go to school, you finish in university. At the end of the day, you don't even know anything at all, because you go to school, you will learn about foreign. Like, you don't learn anything about your own country. You don't know anything about yourself, but you know things about the West, because they brought you this education. Seriously, our forefathers, they have wisdom. Seriously, they are not illiterate. Even these professors, they go to them to seek knowledge, and they write it in a book, and they claim they are the author of the book, and they call themselves a professor. but they travel to these people and then listen to them. That is how come they write the book. They don't even give them credits, and they call themselves professors. Oh my goodness. Africa, why? You see, India was once colonized by the British, but after they get independent, they do away with their culture, with their religion. South Korea was once colonized by Japan, but after they get independent, they do away with their culture, their religion. It's only Africa that we still hold on firmly to our colonial master's language, and we call it official language, to the extent that if you can't speak it, then you become silence. Because if you open your mouth, they'll say you are illiterate. So because of that, people cannot even speak. They can't even express their heart. Why? And you say, oh, you didn't go to school. You that you claim that you go to school, you don't even know anything about yourself. See, as I'm speaking to you now, Africa, we are suffering from identity thefts. We don't know who we are. We are lost. That is why they are controlling us. They tell us, we just follow. They say, go here, you go. Go right, you go left, you go. That is what it is, because you don't know who you are. If you know who you are as an African, as a black man, as a black, beautiful, melanin woman, there's no way you go and corrode your skin. Our African ladies. Oh, why? Black, beautiful, melanin lady, why do you have to go and wash away your skin? Wash away your skin to look like a white man. The more fairer you are, the more we see you beautiful. The darker you are, the ugly. They put that kind of mindset in you. That is why you see it like that. So me, I always say that it get a time we Africans, we need to see beyond the box. This education, they program your mind in one thing, because see, what is the curriculum are you using? You see, the curriculum, you go to universities. In Ghana, in the University of Legon, you can learn what you want to learn. They gave you the curriculum, and the curriculum is being set. They want to know, they want to teach you what they want you to know. So they program your mind. They put you in one box. It's just like a camera. As you can see me, because you are seeing me through the camera, you can only see what the camera wants you to see. But if you are here physically with me, you can see beyond. And that is why they program our mind and put you in a camera, so you can only see what they want you to see, so that they can control you. So the more educated you are, the more colonized your mind is. The more they can it's easily for them to control you. You become like a radio switch. They can turn it anyhow. That is why they program your mind. I'm not against education. We need to go to, yes, if you get a chance, go, but you have to seek beyond that. We need to do more research. Get close to your tradition, your customs, and learn. That is the truth education. That is the truth education. I'm telling you. Serious. Your mother in village is not illiterate. It is you claim you finish, you have your degree, you have your PhD. You are the illiterate, because you don't know anything about yourself. You don't know anything about your culture. You speak in a foreign tongue. You know, some of us cannot even speak our own language. It is. Some of us Africans cannot speak our mother tongue. These days in Accra, mothers don't speak their tongue, their language to their children anymore. They speak in a foreign tongue, English, to their children. Why? That is the level of brainwash we have gotten into. each and every day. Oh, my brothers and sisters, please, if you can hear me, if you can speak your mother tongue, please, me, I'm here, I can speak my mother tongue. I'm from Ghana, and I'm ever Masabagba, Masadanyagba, Matan Duenum. I can speak my language, but in order for you to understand me, that is why I'm speaking in a foreign tongue, for you to understand. But we need to change the narratives. We need to love ourselves as an Africans. I am, and see yourself as an African woman. You are a Milani. You are a beautiful person. You are a beautiful woman in the whole wide world. We are the mightiest. We are the strongest. We have gone through a lot. Slavery, and after slavery, there was a different agenda. That is the colonization. Our ancestors fight. They fight a lot. You just imagine our ancestors over 400 years ago. That's what they opened their door waiting for their brothers and sisters that have been lost to come back home. They are the ones in the diaspora. They are the ones. You don't know, and they tell you that your ancestors sold you into slavery. No, they never sold you. They manipulate them. And greed of some of us. Greed. If you watch this movie produced by Alex Haley, Kunta Kinte, you see how Kunta Kinte end up in America through the greed of some of us. In Ghana, in the slavery history, you have somebody like Babatu, Samorituri. It is greed, and they gave them money to cause greed. Seriously, that is how can you end up there in the diaspora? They didn't sell you. No mother would sell a child knowing that this is what the child will go through. Never. So even when you come home, you don't love your brothers and sisters because they told you that they sold you into slavery and you don't even want to come. Please, it is not true. Do you think you are the only one who suffered? Our ancestors, 99% of the continental Africans also suffer. We open our doors down, waiting for the lost ones. Our mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, our ancestors, they opened their door down, waiting for the lost ones to come home. Over 400 years, they die in sorrow. That pain is still here up to now in our heart. And then now you come back home, you said, we sold you into slavery. So because of that, you hate us. Because of that, you don't want to be one of us. It is not true, my brother, my sister. Africa is your home. Africa is your home. It is time for us to unite. It is time for us to unite. And there is no way Africa can unite without you, my brothers and sisters in the diaspora. In the Caribbean, I think about 13 countries in the Caribbean. It's a time. Let us all come home. There is no way Africa can unite or develop without you. We need you. Mama Africa is calling its children to come home. And the time is now. And I'm glad that His Excellency, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, is leading, have taken on the mantle now. And it is time for us to follow. We need to protect him. with everything that we got. We Ghanaians, on the 25th of March, when we stormed on the street of Accra, demonstrating, it is because it's not about Burkina Faso, no, but it is about us, Africa. Because Captain Ibrahim Traoré, it is African, it's not a Burkinabe. I'm not a Ghanaian, I'm an African. That's what I see myself. I was just born in a part of Africa called Ghana. That doesn't make me a Ghanaian. Anything that goes on, my father used to say this, that if the eye is crying and the nose said it is not his business, before he realized, the nose to start crying. That shows that we are one. And then there's one idiom saying that if your friend's house is burning, don't just be there and be dancing. That is not my house. Please, you need to go and help your friend to quench